was here, and like you'd have to come up and like sort of do that walk of shame for
These were foundational to high school. Like, this is what we did on the weekends. I think a lot of it, as you point out, is probably the phones changed social interactions, but I do feel like the pendulum might be swinging back, hopefully, for a little bit more face-to-face. Doesn't mean you have to, like, burn down the house, kids. No. But just get together and have fun.
I just think it's a good idea, the pendulum is swinging back a little bit for that human interaction.
Is good,
Put the phones down. Don't take photos of people maybe doing something they don't want to see.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't have fun with tips. I was pretty pissed.
So,
Thanks, Jim.
Meanwhile,
You want to know what it was like for me, growing up in Gilead? Back then, we still believed in this world. We had no idea what would happen.
I had a rather overdeveloped sense of justice. Do you know where that comes from? There comes a time when you have to take action.
Yeah, it's an interesting article.
Destiny.
When I read a piece of it, I'm going to go make my coffee.
Meanwhile, we're also closely tracking this political firestorm erupting on Capitol Hill tonight. Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell has been accused by a former staffer of sexually assaulting her.
Yeah, so anyways, the page that got deleted or whatever, the account, and on YouTube someone in class joked, they said, oh, you talked about their prescription drug use. I know a lot of people in class have been going over a lot of people in politics and the heavy use of sedatives and uppity-ups. Yeah, it's pretty bad, huh? Right, so some of the most dangerous drugs that many people try to take off the market and are trying to stop them from prescribing to young children, yeah, they seem to promote it. And then when the cool adults promote it as though it's cool, trying to get the kids away from maybe using marijuana instead of getting into heavier drugs or alcohol, which most parents, I mean, I'm sorry, would you rather have your kid use a little bit of marijuana, drink alcohol, or take dangerous prescription drugs? I mean, it's pretty simple. If you say you'd rather have your kid, no, they on a prescribed regimen that they take when it's prescribed, when and how much, you're fucking psycho. Shut the fuck up. Right, and it's ridiculous, and we've been dealing with this for years, and then we have these astute pieces of shit saying, look at how they're talking to us, and then they're dealing with these psychos, fucking cartel, bullshit, private security people going after the cartel families, going after each other, you fucking idiots. I know that's what people don't get, is it's just people, like cartels actually going after each other is pretty much what a lot of that is. And then these people in power positions using the forces that be that are connected to those public and private networks. It's not that hard to figure out. Yeah, we've shown you all the connections over the years. So anyways, interesting article. Someone in class sent over something because they were listening to people talking about being on the front lines. I know they can make it look good too, huh? Especially if they're all geared up. Fireworks are going off. Kids are screaming. Yeah. So the average American citizens, more and more average American citizens, are increasingly caught in front-line confrontations with violent drug cartels, particularly in border regions, resulting in high casualty rates. Cartels act as proxies for foreign nations, causing significant death and instability in U.S. communities. What's that? You'd rather have your kid not use alcohol, prescription drugs, or marijuana? Well, we try to be realistic, you know. But, I mean, some refrain from all of those and are able to cope with any stressors or pain or neurological damage if they have any. I know many get brought up in very gentle environments and they take Tai Chi and they go to piano class and all is great. Well, some are getting tossed around and fucked, you know? Accidents, crazy alcoholics, and overprescribed psychos because you pieces of shit are pushing it out and promoting it. Like it's the best fucking thing since sliced bread, and it's very scary to a lot of us, and it has been for a long time. Right, so anyway, citizens also contend with escalating violence and local political tensions, including security crisis and public disturbances. While implementing the public programs that they wanted to back years ago, and they didn't want to do that. And then even the teachers were flipping out about mentioning mindful classes. And they use that as an excuse to not implement it, as opposed to saying, too bad, that's what we're implementing. Go get another job if you don't like it. Well, then we're not going to have enough teachers. They're all going to quit. I know, and then you're watching this psycho. She got fired, and they interviewed her. She's like, you know what? I didn't care. If they all would have fallen in the frickin' river, it would have made me happy. If they all would have fallen in the river and drowned, it would have made me happy. Her exact words. Nice teacher. Hey, people get stressed. It's a difficult job. Right, and then when fucking with the teachers is being promoted online, like getting the Karens or the non-vaxxers or the bullies, and then people aren't really addressing those things or talking about it, everyone's just kind of, well, they deserve it, and they did this, they pushed her, well, they're racist, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me, people? Our children are being fucked and tortured by these punks, and they're loving all you fucking idiots, having a heyday and profiting off of this bullshit. I know, many lose money too, right? Well, where one loses, another gains. Isn't it beautiful? Right. That's why we try not to be involved with any of it, and then we get attacked by people who want to say, we leech off the government. Yeah, lazy, don't work. I know. It's amazing. We actually do a lot more than people who get paid millions of dollars a year. And we're actually trying to help. Where they're throwing fuel on the fire and getting people killed. So you're welcome, piece of fucking shit. Anyways, citizens also contend with escalating violence and local political tensions, including security crises and public disturbances. Cartel danger. Cartels like the CJNG and Sinaloa are killing more Americans than many foreign wars are. So more Americans are being killed here at home by these fucking nasty punks than our foreign wars. So you people want to step the fuck up and help us? My name is Mary. I'm in Augusta, Maine, and I have 4 children here, and my youngest 2 are in the hands of sick murderous pedophiles. His name is Michael Scott Garand. And him and his sick mother are sick fucking pieces of shit. I don't even want to think about the abuse they have been through in the hands of those people and what's already documented and on record of child abuse with this gentleman. And the history and what's going on here with getting the cartels. Huh? What's that? Getting the non-vaxxer, the Karen, the bully. I know, it's fun, isn't it? Nazis. No, they're the Nazis. 2008 at the Maine Parent Federation. This is fucking sick and disturbing. The private investigator in 2009 tried to fucking tell him, and they wanted to gaslight him. Supposedly he shot himself and he's dead. Well, I have the flag right here that was on his casket. Why do I have these things anyways? Right? They were just left here. I think they were supposed to go to his daughter, right? But the mother didn't want her to have it. Yeah, there's a nice box in here with letters from his family. She probably didn't want her to know the truth. Well, as you can see, they lie and they say he went crazy, was jealous she was cheating on him, talking about Mayan curses. It's like, fuck no, dude. That is not what the fuck happened. And that is, no. Maybe there's some truth to that. Was she cheating on him? Sure. Was he pissed off about that? I think he was more heartbroken. Was he talking about Mayans? He mentioned the word Mayans. Now, why was he talking about the Mayans? Not because he was obsessed with Mayan curses and in a psychosis. No, this dude was pretty smart. He was in our 82nd Airborne Division for years, and he was a private investigator for over 12 years. did a lot of high-level cases. Yeah, when you have people snitching and targeting people and getting upset that they lost some cases because of his investigations. And then you have these fucking druggies and pieces of shit aiding and abetting them because they want to get rid of him because he's not going along with what they want. Yeah, no, I don't think he thought it was right what a lot of them were doing. You know, being involved with the drug trafficking. When you look at the drug trafficking and bullshit his girlfriend was involved with. Yeah, they're down in Florida. And when you look at the child and animal pornography stuff we've been talking about, this isn't a joke. You know what? That bitch hasn't liked me since I came out the womb. Even mom will tell you. She used to smack me as a baby. Tell me to shut up. She hated me from day one. I still have scars on my hand from when she bit me when we were teenagers. So anyways, I know just for people to understand that, because people seem to not get it and think I must be doing the same things that my siblings and cousins and piece of shit fucking nasty slut, drug trafficking, getting involved with a lot of these nasty scumbags. I know playing the innocent, tasing and hating, get the Karen, non-vaxxer, bully, spoiled brat, right? Now it's amazing how they'll just label someone something. Right, because they like to dogpile on people and they make profits off of this too, and they feed that to feeders and chasers. Yeah, you know, like recent ones we've been watching. Yeah, those ones came on last year, I believe. That was last summer. Yeah, JLR and Ike Mel. Those were two that had come on during the cycle with Smokey number 4 there. Yeah. 4.0, excuse me, Smokey 4.0. Yeah, I think that was last summer, right? It's about a year ago. Right, every 3 to 5 months we usually get a new cycle of people. Someone was asking about that one specifically, I think, because, yeah, in recent months you see them going off. Some girls trying to take them to court or something. Rape, choke. Oh, some other guy's giving them death threats. I know. Once, right, all of a sudden those accusations start coming in. Then they get death threats. And they even got a phone call. And they have it on recording. Some guy said he wanted to kill him. It's the same, I'm telling you, if you would only understand how many times we've seen the same fucking skit over and over. And then when these people are sitting there claiming, I know, JLR, you have nothing to do with it. You're not doing any of it. I know. That's what we're trying to fucking tell people. Right, so people around him, kind of like Russell Brand, right? They start whiffing in the right direction, and all of a sudden, boom, all these accusations, young girls, da-da-da-da-da, getting death threats, yep. And if Charlie Kirk dies, we'll know it's real. 2 weeks later, oh my god, Charlie Kirk just got shot. Wow, who saw that coming? People were calling that out back fucking over 10 years ago, dude. Yeah, when you see what networks are fucking with people, I know some of us make bets, like which one are they going to take out, or handful, because usually they got to take out usually a few in those kind of situations. It's almost inevitable that that's going to happen, whether it's for legal reasons, save their own ass reasons, or... Yeah, I mean, people are chomping at the bit. I mean, if you saw the online stuff going on, it's bound to happen. I mean, how easy would it be for someone to pull off a stunt or a real one? I know. Was the president's a stunt? Some people say that. Could be. That it's real. Right, and then see how the one being punked or shot at, they tell them after the fact. You like that one? That was pretty good, wasn't it, boss? How do we do that? Well, No, we're not looking for any money, sir. Put your fucking dollar bills and checkbook away, sir. Oh, no, this is the great beyond. Everybody's laughing. Hold on, I'll let them calm down. Oh, sir. Money is of no value here, sir. I know, your worst nightmare. No, we're looking for people to speak the truth. As everybody leaves the room and we're left alone once again. Okay, so anyone? Anyone? I know, right? Well, see, the ones who agree, to do what's right, which most people do. That's why they don't want to be in that room, because once you put the facts to them and you face them with, are you going to do this or that? Are you going to ignore it? Or are you going to acknowledge what's happening here and help these kids in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles, making child and animal pornography, feeding it? I know they're feeding it to some of your people, and some of your people are involved with the tasing and the hating and getting the cartel families and land grabs. I know. It's politics, man. Okay, so we could really care less about all that. My name is Mary. I have 4 children here, and my youngest 2 are in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles. And we're going to keep speaking out until people explain what's been going on here over the years. And the associations and the ties and state workers and investigators and piece of shit fucking citizens and family members who have been doing some really sick shit, confused, getting involved with things, using people's dispositions, vulnerabilities, and high-ranking positions. Their children, just using them. How is that? How can that even happen? Do you have to let them? Right, it's almost like, think of like a kid getting a noogie. Hey, stop it. Hey, would you stop giving him a noogie? Leave him alone. He doesn't like it. Too bad. Stop giving him a noogie. Right, now you're dealing with a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old, right? What are you going to do? One's whining, please stop. This one's laughing, no, not going to stop. What are you going to do? I know, it's interesting. They've done these scenarios where, say, like these 2 kids, they're not brother and sister, or brothers or sisters or whatever. They're not siblings. They're not even related. They're children of 2 separate entities. Now, the 5-year-old whining is like, hey. Now, the 10-year-old is the child of someone you want to impress. You don't want to piss these people off. Right, no, it's interesting, right? If it's the kid of some fucking loser, dirty, poor person, somebody get that monster away from my kid. They might not even be able to get close enough to give him a noogie, huh? I know, right? Now, if it's, right, oh, stop it. They're just playing. Aren't they cute? Right, see how if it's the opposite? It's like people laughing at a joke. You notice how they always laugh at the rich people's jokes more? Well, see, in your world and the shit you go to, everybody's rich. So, yeah, it's just, all of it's nasty. In our world, see, you get a mix of stuff where you get some rich people, middle class, lower class, and you really start to see. I grew up around this shit, and you really start to see how people fucking judge and change their behavior because they want to impress or degrade someone. And it's quite disturbing, I will say. We can go on about that all day long. But let's put personal issues aside, really. Or get really personal. Either way, those kids need help, and you motherfuckers are going to hell. Amen. Oh, for sure. For sure. They're going to burn in hell for eternity with what they've been doing to these kids. And people that have been ignoring it, you're right on your way. Yeah, because ignoring it gets to the point where you're just as guilty. If you're the responsible adult and you are ignoring and neglecting such heinous acts of abuse upon children, and not only that, but trying to justify some of the abuse, is actually horrible. I know the other abuse they don't see, and the ones that can be proven and they do see, like the little boy he beat up in the tub, black hand marks on his legs, scars on his neck. Police officer showed me the pictures. And the mother got full custody. Now, I don't know if they saw the pictures or not. I was there, so I know how bad it was. They weren't. And it's amazing how they speak about these events as though they were there and make other shit up. It's sick. Right. So, I mean, you ask them, well, what about the little boy they beat up in the tub? What about that? Oh, the little brat probably deserved it. It was just a whack. Yeah, we had that shit on recording. These people are fucking sick. Yeah, like video recording. So, whether or not that's a fake video, oh, they probably faked that, but they said it, and they know they said it, and a lot of other people know they said it, and we were mic'd at the time, so a lot of people from around the world heard them say it too, and we're not surprised with what they'd already been witnessing since we were children. Yeah, so I'd wake the fuck up if I were you. Right, so it's not about holding these people accountable. As you can see, we can do that all day long, and they can just, okay, call the cops. And then the fucking state workers that coddle their childish alien and ghost belief and want to protect them from the dangerous non-vaxxer and promote prescription drugs. Hopefully people are waking up to this. We're so fucking sick of dealing with people's ignorance and bullshit. But, you know, we've accepted that. This anger that comes out, we're expressing it because we do these rehab groups every day and people are fucking angry. And there are other people in similar situations, some that have already been through it. Their kids are fucking dead, not coming back. Right? Some, you know, wish. Right? I know they say that. Some people say that. They wish they would just die to be put out of the misery and torture they know they're going through. And the ones that have been killed, some of them say that they're relieved. They died because they knew the abuse they were going through, and at least they're not going through that anymore. How fucking horrible. And when you pigs want to continue to ignore it, they're gonna make you eat maggots! And promote fucking psychedelics and fighting and play fucking stupid. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not accountable for anything. We're just saying that's what's happening. And it's frustrating to a lot of people in the real world, you know? Well, that is the real world, though, isn't it? To who? Right, these entitled bubbles of funding and Hollywood shows and the connections when you start understanding cartel danger. Cartels like the CJNG and Sinaloa are killing more Americans than many foreign wars. So remember when we were trying to offer basic income for everyone and they fucking shit on that? Wow. Unfucking believable. Right, and then those same fucking cartel organizations and criminal organizations that stop that stuff from being put out to help people then beat each other the fuck up and go claim battered women prizes. Wow. And they're doing the fucking same thing right in your face with Epstein Island. And you have fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene. Hunter Biden laptop. Oh, they're womanizing these prostitutes. I don't know what Trump's doing. What fucking games are you guys playing? Grow the fuck up already and help these kids. It's not that hard. It exposes the networks. And nobody wants to fucking talk about it. They want to talk about how and why they're stressed so they can take extra medication. Fucking sick. Regional disruptions. Residents in broader areas face risks from armed activity and drug trafficking, with some cartel leaders and members engaging in violent actions. Political escalation. The U.S. State Department has issued warnings to citizens regarding safety in regions with heavy cartel activity such as Jalisco and Tamaulipas, where individuals have been instructed to shelter in place. Community impact. Increased criminality and the presence of cartel actors create a dangerous environment for average citizens, with some areas facing, for example, the burning of vehicles and the blocking of roads. You're welcome. Right, so what's that? Should you call the FBI? Yeah, right. What's this? American citizens are taking on the federal government. Tom Bilyeu. Oh yeah, I remember watching this guy a few times.
If you will, says that there's $600 billion in annual fraud. That's 10% of government spending. Representative Luna has referred Minnesota Governor Walz and Keith Ellison to the DOJ for being complicit in the Somali fraud.
Yeah, right. Hold on, we're gonna stop this one. Yeah, and hold on. We're gonna go make a coffee.
When a passenger jet nearly collided with two construction trucks. Now, fortunately, the